Well, it was all over the news the past few days. The federal court overturned the CDC Eviction Moratorium. Yeah. So how does this affect New Jersey's tenants and landlords? Well, today I'm going to talk to you about the New Jersey Eviction Moratorium. Let's get started. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I am Jackie Baker, a local realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty, and I serve the beautiful Bergen County area. And thank you so much for being here. And if you are new, welcome. I so appreciate you being here. And if you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Okay, so unless you're living under a rock, you heard that the federal Supreme Court overturned the CDC Eviction Moratorium. Why did they do that? Well, basically the court ruled that any federal moratorium, it can't be extended just by the CDC. It has to go through the legislative process. It had to have been passed through Congress, which it never was. So that's why the court then overturned it. So how does this impact New Jersey? Well, New Jersey has its own eviction moratorium, and fortunately for tenants, that this ruling of the CDC eviction moratorium does not have an impact on New Jersey. New Jersey has its own eviction moratorium, and I'm going to go through that with you right now and explain to you the details, and hopefully that'll answer some questions for you. Now, despite the ruling on the federal court, it does not affect renters in New Jersey. Renters cannot be evicted by the end of August or even by the end of the year in certain cases, and this is under the New Jersey Eviction Moratorium. New Jersey still bans evictions of renters who make below 120% of the median income of the county that they reside in, and this is during the period of March 2020 through the end of August of 2021. So anyone who missed rent payments or were habitually late or refused to pay a rent increase during that period of March 2020 through August of 2021, they cannot be evicted. Now, low-income renters who have a median income of 80% below that county's median income, they cannot be evicted through December 31st of this year. So yeah, they get to stay even longer than the end of August. Now, the only way that one can apply for this or say to their landlord that they can't be evicted, you have to fill out a form. And in that form, you must state your household income. You have to state that your family was unable to pay your rent due to the pandemic. You also must state that your family applied for any local, state, or federal rental assistance program. So you would fill that form out and you submit that to your landlord. And if you were in this situation and you need access to that, I put the link down below in the description box, so be sure to check that out there. You can find the form. That's the criteria that you need to meet if you do not want to be evicted. And if you haven't been able to pay your rent, you must fill out that form, and you must be a renter who makes between below 80% and 120% of your county's median income. It's the only way you can qualify for that. Now, there are some cases where you can evict a tenant regardless of this, and if it's a case where the landlord is selling that property and the new owner is going to occupy that property, then the eviction can proceed. Now, I read in NorthJersey.com, this is really interesting, that the tenant landlord trials are going to start happening in September. And from what I saw in NorthJersey.com, there are 50,000 cases of landlord-tenant eviction cases in the New Jersey court system right now. Holy cow. Courts are actually holding mandatory settlement cases. So to avoid this backlog, they're just trying to get these cases settled before they even hit the courts. So if you're a landlord, be prepared. You're probably going to be waiting a while, or you're going to get a call to say you're having a mandatory hearing to get the whole matter resolved between you and your tenant. There is a relief program that Jersey is going to have, and it's called the Homeowners Assistance Program, and now it's about $325 million that's sitting in that program. However, applications have not been opened up for that. Now, this is for people who were unable to pay their mortgage due to the pandemic, and this affects landlords as well. So landlords, you can sign up for updates on this program. I have the link down below. Make sure you log in, set up an account so you're notified when this program does become available, and the applications can open up, and then you can go and apply for that assistance. Now, any rent that's back owed from during the pandemic, what's going to happen with that? That's going to become civil debt. Okay, so the landlords are going to have to sue the tenant in civil court, and this all falls under the eviction moratorium. So if you want to go after that back rent, you're going to have to go through the civil courts. All right, so hopefully I answered some questions and provided some good information for you regarding New Jersey's eviction moratorium. These are really trying times, folks, and I feel for a lot of people. But hopefully, again, this information helps answer some questions. And be sure to check out those links below that I provided. And if you have any questions just regarding that or anything real estate, please feel free to reach out to me. You can call, text, email. My contact information is right down below in that description box. Hey, if you liked today's video, make sure you check out this one over here because you're going to learn something else. I promise. Thank you so much for watching me today. I am Jackie Baker with Coldwell Banker Realty, and I will see you next time.